Order submitted.
Okay, good afternoon, folks. It's okay, so I'm a bit late. I got into that trade and it started to come back, so I got out for a tick. 1, 2, 3. It's starting to look like a triple test now, so I'm just gonna. I may get in again. Have a little. There's nothing worse than that coming down. I thought if we get below there, we're golden. And then all of a sudden it started to come back, so I got out of it. I panicked. Now, did I do the right thing or not? Let's have a look. It's trapped that. It is a triple test. We'll see. It's quite a small risk, I will say. We'll see. See how we get on. See if it triggers that. I think it's going to, isn't it? Or is it? Yeah, it is.
Order cancelled.
Right, I got out of it. I'm quite glad I got out of it then, to be honest with you. I'm really surprised. 1, 2, 3 triple test. I'm really surprised it didn't work. So maybe this is the better option. We'll see.
Order submitted.
Let's have a look. See if we can get a lower high or something. So we've got a channel down. I don't know.
Order cancelled.
So I bet there's going to be a few traders caught in that. It is a second entry short. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of a triple test after a break. But when it started coming back to me, I was surprised it did that. It did this, then came back and started pushing up. So I got out. See if we can get a lower high or something. The NQ's pushing down nice. May work from that, but it just made me a little bit nervous. Let's have a look, see if we get a lower high. Still not rushing down. This NQ is pushing down nice for a second leg, but this is struggling. It's working now. I thought that was actually a good trade, I did, to be fair. Push break. 2 attempts to go higher. So we got a leg up with the break. 2 attempts to go higher, bearish bar. What did it actually come down for? Came down for a scalp, I think. Yeah, I had it at the bottom, so you'd have got a 0.75 out of it. So Mac had probably marked that for a scalp. Probably going to lash straight out the bottom now. Karina, how you doing? Kanan, how you doing, bud? We'll see. See if we can get a lower high or push out the bottom of a lower high. We'll see. But yeah, I'm really surprised that didn't come down to the bottoms. I actually felt very comfortable in that trade, and then all of a sudden it started coming back to me. I was tempted to get out for a point, which I normally do, but I thought, no, just sit and hold on. Sit and hold on for your normal 2 points, and I did, and it didn't hit it. And then it started to come back, so I just thought maybe this is a bit congested. So that is working. It's just a shame it just didn't look that little bit more bearish, but look at that. Look, typical, isn't it? That's more of a triple test, I will say, rather than that, really. But oh well, it is what it is. What did I get on it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got 9 on it. So yeah, right, it was better than nothing, wasn't it? Better than nothing. I got a tick on it. Look at that. It's working beautiful now. God, that's frustrating. So look at that, down for 5 points. So hope everyone had a good, relaxing weekend. It's been nice and warm in the UK this week. I've got an air conditioning unit coming tomorrow. It'll keep me cool. It was about 25 degrees centigrade in the bedroom last night, and it was pretty uncomfortable. So that'll be it tomorrow. It'll keep me cool. But it's just been beautiful weather at the moment. So it is frustrating when you see that work like that, I gotta say. I wonder if there's something larger there. I think there may be, you know, maybe a two-tiered channel there. Maybe a leg and a leg, so we may get down some more. Let's have a look at this CL. So leg, 2 legs back, leg. So hopefully if we can get a bounce off here to come down. Leg down, 2 attempts to go high, leg down, 2 attempts to go high. Yeah, if we can get something bearish up here at the top, we'll call that a triple test. Let me just bring that down a bit. See how we get on. So, depending on how you draw that, if you draw that like that, we're getting a break anyway, so that's a good sign. I lost what? 1 PA account. No, bud, I didn't. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No. I managed to walk away, mate. That's all. I was about $500 down, but I was up on that account a bit anyway because it's one I trade on its own here, so it gets a little bit more use. No, I just walked away, bud. It doesn't, revenge trading now and wanting to try and get it back doesn't really bother me. If I take a loss, you just got to walk away. It's just not worth it, mate. Shame that, isn't it? So, yeah, no, you just got to walk away, bud. So, no, I've still got the 20. Still got the 20, so let me have a look at this. Is there something larger here? I'm just wondering if there is on the NQ. A leg down, 2 attempts to go higher. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, you learn after a while, mate. You just got to walk away. It does do you no good, because I would say 8 times out of 10 you're going to lose your money. If you jump in willy-nilly, 8 times out of 10 you'll lose all your money. So it's just not worth it. I take a little bit more aggressive trades on this. That was a little bit more aggressive trade, but we got nice working channel and an overshoot there and a strong push up. 2 legs back. That one I actually looked at, but when we had the high low, I had a pretty good idea we were going to go up, which is why I took a trade there. But yeah, leg up, 2 legs back, and then a strong push above the EMA, and I took that one. I liked it because there's probably going to be leg and a leg, probably going to be some shorts trapped there. So that worked for a quick in and out. I trade this a little bit more aggressively. I mean, I'm trading these other accounts. I'm trading sort of one of them 9 and one of them 10. So when you trade a lot more accounts, I tend to go for as good as I can find. I do tend to go for slightly more aggressive trades on just the one. I'd say all in all, if you go for the more aggressive trades as well as your good trades, you're probably going to make more money, but you've got to put up with the stress of it. But as it's only on one account, it doesn't really stress me so much. So leg, 1 push down. Let's have a look at this. I'm just going to get rid of that one. So this thing, the NQ, looks to me like it's continuing on down. leg and a leg. There's probably, this may do as well. There may be a leg and a leg. A leg and then another one. To see. There's a second entry short there. Yeah, I'm just staying out of this at the moment. It's probably going to work, but I'm just not sure whether we've had a break, whether it's something like this, and we are going to come down for another one. Maybe it's a leg and a leg, I don't know. There could be a second entry long there, and it could push up. Trouble is, we're quite a way away from the EMA on the NQ, so I wouldn't be shocked if that thing rocketed up. So let's have a look. We have made a new low, so 1, 2, 3. Tough on that. Second entry long, it was rather big though. It came down and pushed up. We haven't had a pullback on it. But you may get in on a what's it. I don't think it's a terrible trade that. We've made a new low there. Trouble is, I kind of like it in a way, but there's a lot of support up here, so it may work and you may get stung. It's tough on that. It's 11 ticks, so a tick above, tick below. It works out about a $325 times 10, $3,200. So for me, that was just a little bit too rich for my blood. There's a lot of support there, so you don't know whether it's going to come up in there and come down some more or whatever. What's going on here? See, this could be a failed breakout. Just looking at this NQ. Yeah, so channel down here with a break and a new low. There was a second entry short there, but after the new low, it's too dangerous to go short, and it did trap. Obviously, it trapped a bunch of shorts. If it came back a little bit, I may get in on that on a limit order just to the top, but you don't know it's going to do this, but let's have a look. Yeah, it's pretty much ranging, isn't it? Friday was ranging. Leg up, so I have a feeling from what I'm looking at, it's pretty much ranging again. Let's just draw that like that. Maybe it's going to go from this level. So yeah, channel down with a break and new low. Shame that, really. Luckily I got out for a tick. I just didn't like it coming back to me. So I took the coward's way out, and luckily it worked for me. So sometimes it does, but it went for a 0.75, but no more. I thought once we get below there, we're golden, we're going to push down, and obviously after it, we got a leg up with a break, 2 attempts, 2 legs up, and there's going to be some longs trapped there for sure. You think so? Then it came down, still went a bit higher before it dropped. So they just might have had a little bit of a reprieve before it dropped. But I thought triple test, in fact, that was a much better option. Once, twice, three times. That was a much better triple test. It's a bearish bar, but as soon as you see that green, it's just not quite as bearish as you'd like. But it is sitting below there. So in hindsight, I don't think that was a bad trade. I'm pretty sure Mac will mark that one. Whether he'll mark that one, it is a second entry short. It went for a 0.75, so he would have got a scalp out of it. So we'll see. Okay, up to the top. Let's have a look. So there is a bearish bar there. Break. Push to a new high, but I'm staying out of this. It may trap me, go up a little bit more. We could get a leg and a leg, in which case we could get up here somewhere. So I'm just staying out of that for me. It hasn't triggered anyway, but it is pretty much ranging, I think. Really, Friday, if you squeeze this together, it's pretty much a range day. We may get a leg and leg. So we could get up here, really, just to sort of make that difference. but I'm not too sure really. So looking on the NQ, we've got this little tight channel here with a break 1, 2 pushes up to a new high, so we're up to a new high, but this, to be fair, is looking quite a bit different than this. So 2 pushes up. Okay, we're above this level now, so let's have a wee look. Yeah, we've still got some height to go on the NQ, so I won't be taking any type of a short here. Excuse me. Just can't take anything on the CL. We're a ways off these highs. It could trap you. Could get a second entry long and it could push higher. We've had a break. First push up. I'd expect another second push up, so we could get a second entry long to push up higher. It's certainly feasible. K3, how you doing, buddy? So I've been looking at new monitors. I've got the NQ and the CL split on 124-inch monitors, and I struggle a bit. I have to keep squeezing it together to have a look. So I've been looking at one of these slightly wider screen ones so I can fit everything on. Trouble is, when you stream, you've got one chart dedicated to OBS and YouTube, and then I've got a Discord on the other one and my Replicanter, so I've only really got 2 trading screens. One's got my main chart on here, and the one above me has got these 2 on, that one and that one, which is split into 2. So we have just hit a measured move there. Beautiful. So leg and a leg. Let's have a look here. Pretty much ranging, so let's see what we get here. See if we can get something here. Okay, so we have got 2 legs up right to a measured move, so I think it likely we get back to this EMA. Well, I don't think there's a larger channel there. Depends how you look at it, but for me, it's possible there is something, maybe a 2-tiered channel. Maybe. I kind of like the way it's working in that tier there, so maybe there is. Maybe it's like a bit of a spike into a 2-tiered channel. So that one down there that I looked at, that I was very tempted, would have worked really nice in it. God, if we only knew. Look at that. Oh, 22 points. Oh. If I could get 22 points for a month and guarantee it, I'd snap your hand off. So maybe there's a channel like that. Let me have a look here. We can get further up. So maybe we get a second entry long on this NQ. Touch, 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 leg, leg. Let's have a look. This finish is nice. I may have a go at this. They tend to work sometimes, these, so...
Order submitted.
Let's have a look. Excuse me a sec.
Order cancelled.
Excuse me a second. Sorry about that.
Order submitted.
I'm going to take this, I think, if it finishes nice.
Order filled.
Okay, leg and a leg. Nice big bullish bar. Let's give it a go. Probably the light to get out before there. I suppose I could go a bit higher. Struggling a bit, this is. Doesn't seem to want to go up this. That's why. Leg, leg. I was very tempted to get out there. Kind of wish I had done now. Come on. Get up, you nutter. Come on. I don't like this. Come on, push.
Stop filled.
Yeah, something about that I don't like. The trouble is, if... What did I get there? A little bit. $180, $65. My only slight concern is, yeah, it's going to work, isn't it? Oh, well. My only slight concern is we're already up here on the ES, so we've already had the push. When it came back to me, and I was umming and ahhing getting out of it, I thought it's going to trigger and come down for another leg. But it clearly worked, but oh well. You're in, are you? It worked perfectly fine. Trouble is, I am a little bit more aggressive on this. And it kind of works okay. It is a little bit hit and miss that I do on this, but this account is pretty much, you took the same trade. Yeah, this account is pretty much above the average price of the others, so it seems to be doing okay. My only slight concern is we'd already had a push up on this ES, and that's what was concerning me. Is it going to get to the top? But it clearly worked. I think what I need to do is just have a little bit more confidence in my trades, I think. But it's clearly 2 legs back. And as soon as that breaks above there, it's a second entry. First entry. Let's have a look. Actually, that's more the signal bar, but you can see it's clearly 2 legs down. Nice big bullish bar, then a higher low, and it clearly worked. I still have this correlation between these two, which I find sort of hard to let go, really. But yeah, clearly worked. Did what it needed to. I mean, what an 80. I got $65 on it, one account. I'm not splitting hairs about that. I'm happy enough with that. I just wasn't sure about this all of a sudden because of this push up here. But I think all in all, if I let my trades go for the full 2 points or whatever I put them in for, I'd say 8 times out of 10 they work. So I just need to. Trouble is, once you start getting more PA accounts, you do get that little bit more nervous in trades, because if you've got one account and you're thinking it's up $100, it's neither in nor there. But if you've got 10 accounts and your trade's up $1,000, it's kind of a worthwhile amount to take. But perhaps once these accounts grow a little bit, I'll have a little bit more confidence. But I'm trying to just sort of get by at the moment, which is why it's taking a bit longer. It's taken longer than any of my other accounts to get up these, but I'm kind of okay with it. I'm kind of okay with it. My accounts range from just over $1,000 to $130. Trouble is, I'm splitting them up. And the lowest accounts I've been trading on here and hardly getting any setups. And the ones that are sort of between 600 and 1,000 are on the CL. This seems to be doing me a little bit better. But yeah, clearly worked fine, so no issues there. There is still some distance we can get up here, so maybe we have a couple of attempts. We may even get a bit higher. But this is so hard going at the moment. It's just not giving anything away. If I'd have been at the charts there, second entry, kind of a second entry short, lower high. But same again, look at the size of the bar. It's about 4 points. So it's really hard to trade this lately. There just isn't many setups on the ES. The NQ there is, but I find the NQ moves a little bit too quick sometimes. Part of me kind of likes it because it sort of stems the boredom. But when you're in a trade, sometimes it can come down and then go up. I mean, if you look this there, you would say, yeah, worked perfectly fine. But when it crosses over and comes nearly all the way back, it just, you know what I mean? I'm used to the trades that more or less have a little bit of a pullback and push up. But this one, it seems to come back a lot. And perhaps it's just me, that's all. Perhaps it's, just the nerves while I'm sort of, this is the most accounts I've had and things are going well. They're going slow, but they're going well. Now, if it takes me 6 months to get these up to $6,000 or $8,000, then that's fine. But once I can get up there, then I can comfortably say I could pay myself $1,000 from each account a month. And all that really requires is making $250 a month, which you should comfortably able to do. The revenge trade's gone. I don't feel the need to jump in, and that's why I've had these net accounts now for I think the earliest one is about 2.5, 3 weeks, going up to about 2 months. I have had a couple of payments off 2 of them. So, you know, if it takes that a little bit longer, I don't mind. But if you can get it up, if you can get these accounts up to 10 grand, you can go for 2 points and just let it run. There's no concern because you know you've got, you know, $10,000. You're risking about 3 to 4%, 3%. 2 contracts, 3%. It's not to worry. It really isn't. It's nothing to worry about. Hey, Speedy, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, you know, it just takes a bit of time to get up there, a little bit of nerves and all this. Okay, so looking at the CL, we've had a break, couple of pushes up to a new high. We're sort of, we've actually made a new high by a new tick. After those, a leg up, 2 legs back, and a leg up, I'll be looking for a short maybe up here. So a leg down, 2 attempts to go higher. I think it would be a fair assumption that we could get another leg down here. So I may be looking for a lower high up here, we'll have to see. But this is the 3rd time we've come up here, so you could say this is a triple test. But I probably would go for the lower high because it is still working up and you don't know whether it's going to trigger you and push up. It certainly could. There's a failure there on the...
Order submitted. Order filled.
Come on.
Target filled.
Okay, what was that? Quick $100, $85, something like that. I didn't want to go too low because we've had a break here, so we could push up here. It's hard to say. Oh, look, it's tanking down now. Let's have a look. Actually, it wasn't a failure. There was the failure. But I don't mind. It's a bit extra, extra point or so, couple of points. I kind of sort of wing this. You lost it, did you? I kind of sort of wing it, if you like. I tend to go what I think, because, you know, a few people have said that to me in the past. Why don't you trade what you think's right instead of thinking what would Mac do, what would Mac do? Because when you've been trading a while, you do notice certain things, and that to me, we had 2 legs down. We're clearly struggling to pull up with a bearish bar. I think there was a good assumption that was going to come down. I'd like to say we're going to break that level. So after a break, 2 legs back and a new high, theoretically this could come down now. So maybe, you know, we've had a break, 2 push up to a new high, and this is coming down as well. So it does kind of seem like it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So, yeah. So if this is coming down, this thing looks the same. So, you know, it would have held nice. No issues there, but let's have a look. So, glad I didn't go short here. I'd rather wait for the lower high, I think, or even maybe a fairly below that EMA. We've been up here once, twice, 3 times now. We've had a measured leg, which is comfortably, what's it now? It could push higher, but we've got a big push down there. 2 attempts to go higher, so I think there's a good chance this is going to come down. So I may look for a failure. There's a failure there, actually. Try go once, try twice, a failure. It's a little bit stacked. Just a bit. And that to me is a small break, I think. That may not be. Yeah, it is a failure, that. But I can't see why anyone will go along there, so I can't see we're trapping many, so I'm just sitting tight there. Tempting. So, lag down with a break. I'd like 2 attempts to go higher here. Yes, I'm glad I stayed out of that. We're just clearly working up at the moment, so something like that's just too risky. You got to wait for a lower high or a failure really there. That's probably not terrible. Well, it's just a little bit stacked, isn't it? This looks like it's pushing down, but we've triggered it, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so another reason to stay out of that. Leg down, leg down. I mean, if this is a channel, we could have a leg down and this may push up. I'm just not convinced this is a channel. I know Thomas Wade's got this as one big channel, but to me it just doesn't seem right. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Trouble is, you've got to go 2 legs down. You've got to be so careful going long here because it could trap you and come down from this channel. Looking for a new high. Yeah, I'm just not unsure about this. Maybe it will. See, I changed that, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. Thomas Wade's got it as a big, so maybe 2 legs, and this is going to push up. But I've gone long in these before, and they've triggered you, and we've had a channel down, 2 pushes up, and a new low. So I'm just not in a hurry to go long just at the moment. Let's see what happens. There will be some people who'll go along here, but for me, it's risky as hell, I think. Let's have a look. Okay, it's triggered. Let's see what happens. See, same again, looking at this NQ. We've got a channel down, 1 attempt to go higher, 2nd attempt to go higher. This could come down, see. We've had a channel there with 2 legs back and a break and a new high. So we could have 2 attempts to go higher and a failure come down. So this could come down. If this comes down, this is likely to. So I'll see. I'm just not comfortable going along there. For me, I think it might be a bit risky. I hope I'm wrong. So, well, so far it's holding, so that's positive. Still very concerning, this to me. Looking at the NQ, we've got a channel down which fits really nicely. First attempt to go higher, second attempt to go higher. Struggling to get above that EMA. We haven't made a new low from this, so if this could come dropping down quickly, this will follow it. You can kiss goodnight to that one. So I think this is risky, personally. Let's see what happens. I hope I'm wrong, because there will be some traders in there, I don't doubt it. This is very concerning. So if you'd have took that higher low, yeah, this is coming down for sure, isn't it? So like, if you'd have took that higher low, a tick above it, you'd have got a point and a quarter at a push. It's got to push through. No, you wouldn't actually. You've got a point. It's got to push through there. So for me, that's just not worth risking for a point. That's surely going to get stopped out. Maybe it won't. It might hold. Sometimes if it's a good enough position, it'll hold. We've had that drop from it. So that was my concern. Look how nice that channel is. 2 attempts to go higher, push down, new low. So that was likely to happen to me. And if that comes down, this is going to as well. So at the moment, you're okay, but 2 ticks away, and that's game over for that trade. So this to me, channel down, 2 attempts to go higher, and down we come. Let's see if that holds. No, it didn't. Yeah, so good decision to leave that. So I'm not a massive fan of this channel, see. It's hard to say. So channel down with a break, 2 pushes up, likely to come down. But on an EVALP here, yeah. That's the trouble, really. It's hard to say. That's the thing lately. You know, channels are a lot harder to plot lately. Is that right? Well, that's right anyway. So even if you take that away completely, we got a channel there. We got a channel with a break, and it is continuing up. But to me, that looks like more of a break. So if we push that up, that would make sense to me. We've got a couple of touches here, a couple of touches there, a touch there, and we have a break. 1, 2 pushes up to a new high. So I think this is played out. But I know Thomas Wade's got his like this, which it may be, but it's risky, I think. And if I'm not sure, I certainly won't be taking a long there, because like I say, I've taken longs there before thinking new high. What happens? It triggers you, comes down, stops you out. So I've been caught in too many of these to jump into there. So I personally think it's more like that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the small one. It's a bit messy, that. Yeah, so I would say... Why did I take that one? Oh. Yeah, so I would say to me, that makes more sense. That's the trouble is this. See, from one trader to the next, you can get these sort of easily get them wrong. Another reason, if you look on the NQ to me is a nice looking channel with a break and a new high, so that's played out. So if this is coming down, this is certainly coming down. So leg and a leg. Afternoon to you. Been digesting a few Thomas Wade videos over the weekend. Where can you see his live trade on his Discord? He doesn't live trade, bud. He just he's got a Discord, and he puts pictures of his channel on it. But you got to pay for it. I think it's $105 per 3 months. So I wish he did live trade, to be honest with you, but no, he doesn't. So he just puts, I'll show you quickly. He just puts photos on of what he's looking at. That's what I mean. He's got the bigger channel there. So for me, whether it had gone long there, I doubt it. You can't see anything anyway, but it's a bit risky. But yeah, no, he just puts his pictures on. That's all. Sort of, I suppose every 5 minutes on average, something like that. So it's worth it. But I just use him really. One, there's some other traders in there. There's Marco's in there as one of the mods. There's also Taylor in there. So there's another 2 good traders I know in there. 50% retracement now, pushing higher for. Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, I kind of use Thomas really for just confirming these, although I did something different than he does there. But if I'm not sure, that to me looks a bit better. And we've had a break, 2 pushes up for a new high. And this is, you know, we've got a channel down here with a break. Trouble is, it's probably going to trap some traders there thinking long if they got that bigger channel. So if I'm not sure, I generally stay out of things. But if you can look up here, I took a trade there on the NQ, and it's given us the same picture and exactly the same thing. We had 2 legs up here and a new low, exactly the same on the NQ, 2 legs up. I was looking for another short here on the NQ because we hadn't broken it there. Unfortunately, there wasn't one because we had a really nice push there. So the good thing about having the NQ and the ES is they pretty much work side by side. So if one's looking very bear, let's say this is looking bullish and that one's looking bearish, it might be an indicator that you're reading something wrong. So I kind of like the way they work together. I used to have it there as like an anchor chart, but I found it better to have as a separate chart, because if a trade's good enough on here, I still take it now. And I think what it was is I used that because if a setup was right, but the signal bar wasn't that good, that's what I used to use the NQ for, because if the NQ was looking bearish, then I may take a short there. So let's have a look. So we've had a break. We had 2 attempts to go high on the NQ, big strong push down. So now what's happening? But is there a larger channel there? Maybe. It's a bit broad, I think, to be honest with you. I don't know, maybe not. So let's see what's going to happen here. So yeah, I tell you what, the one thing I've learned is the market can market almost is, they say when you're learning to trade, the market's not out to get you. Well, I think it is in a way because it's looking for weak positions. It's looking for weak areas of liquidity. Certain areas are strong. These areas were strong coming down. If you'd have taken something here or here, like I did, I managed to go. It maybe not the strongest. What happened? It pushed up, cleared anything in there, and then came down. But when you have something like these areas, if you can get into a strong position here, you're going to do all right. You'll pretty much hold this until it has a break and a new low when you can get out. But the trouble is sometimes until it continues down, you don't quite know exactly where it's going to go. So you're kind of trying to fight a battle with one eye shut and one eye tied behind your back. So even trades like this, we've had that channel down, we've had a break and new low, so we've got a strong push up. So to me, there's a second entry long there. That's indicating to go long, but it could trap you and come down, and there could end up being a bigger channel down because this is already played out, so it may just be coming down. So it's a tough one, really. Could trigger you and come down. But if we have got two legs, it is pushing up. But see what's happened there? It's triggered. And look, is it going to come down? Is it going to go up? I don't know. But I want a little bit more than that, really. Technically, it's a second entry long by the count, but it's only really one leg down. So for me, I'm just a little bit unsure. See, looking at this NQ now, let me have a look. Is there something large on the NQ there? Actually, maybe. Yeah, I'm just not sure about this. It's not clear. So we've got a strong push down. We could have two pushes up and it could come down. So I don't know. As we know, market likes to work in twos, leg. I'm just not sure what's going on here. Are we pushing up to make a new high, or is this two legs down, two legs up, and then some more down? I really don't know. This ES has just got really tricky to trade over the last 6 months. And the volume's actually low, isn't it? We've been trading an hour from here, and there's not a lot of volume. But it's been tough to trade. It's almost feels like you're constantly being watched and tricked. That's how I sort of describe it. It's giving you little offerings. It's almost dangling a carrot in front of your nose, and then as soon as you grab hold of it, it's smacking you over the head with it. So I just find this very hard to trade. I'm very, very I find it very untrustworthy. I don't like trading anymore, really. I don't like trading it. It seems like it's out to get me. I've probably been a bit paranoid, but okay, just excuse me just for one quick minute. I'm just going to get a cold drink. I'm drying up a bit. I'll just be one quick minute. Okay, sorry about that. Right. So what would that have given you? So if you'd have gone a longer tick above there, yeah, you'd have got a couple of points out of it, but I'm just not sure what's going on here. Hence that's come down. I was considering looking for a short, maybe a lower high, something like that below the EMA, but I'm just hanging fire there because there could be another little sort of another channel, and there may be 2 legs back and it may push up, so I'm just staying out of this. May still come down, but for me it's just a bit risky there, just because of that. And if it triggers you and then pushes up, I'm out. I still got a long way to go on a sim account, but I'm interested in how prop firms work, trade copies, and how much one can reasonably expect to be able to withdraw once consistent. It's an interesting question, actually. I mean, as for the money, you know, most of us guys who've been trading sort of 2, 3, 4 years, theoretically you can make whatever amount you want, really. There are traders making hundreds of thousands in a very short period of time. But it's one of those things. Trading is one of those things when you first start, kind of seems easy at times, but there's so much to it you wouldn't believe. It's a real journey of hard work, determination, and time. And it does take a long time. I'd say realistically, you'd be expecting to be trading for a few years till you start to really make some money. But obviously that depends on you, depends on how many, you know, hours you put in. And it depends a lot on your personality. You know, are you very strong-minded? Can you follow the rules? Can you stick to it? You know, have you got a strong personality? There's so many different variants, really. There are obviously people who pick it up quicker. But I mean, I'll put it this way: I've got 20 accounts here at the moment. So if I take a trade here for $200, if I trade copy all 20 of them, and I took a long trade here for $200, pretty standard. You know, it happens. $200. Technically, I've made $4,000 that go into my account. So you do that 3 times a week, and 3 trades a week isn't a lot. You do that 3 times a week, and you've made there's $12,000 gone into your account. So that's $50,000 a month. So the potential there is to make money. But when you can trade your own money as well, and you can grow, and that's how people tend to make more and more. But it's not a get rich quick scheme. People think it is, and they jump in, take big risks. But in all honesty, you want to be prepared to put at least, I'd say, a few years worth of effort into this, at least. And then from then on, hopefully, fingers crossed, you should start to be earning some money out of it. As I say, some people, but it's not something that happens overnight, it really isn't. And it's way harder. You think about how hard you think it is and times that by 10. It is a lot harder. And in all honesty, the amount of money you can make here, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But it also has a very high failure rate, which I think is about 95%. Not because people aren't capable, because people can't put up with all the shit that comes along with it, and the losses and the blood, sweat and the tears and everything else. But what I will say, this is something to start as a part-time thing. Keep your main job. Don't put any money into it. Stay on a sim for a year, my opinion. And then you want to start introducing yourself to what it feels like. And I would say then and then only start maybe, you know, with an evaluation and start to get that exposure to what it feels like when you got some sort of skin in the game. People told me that sort of thing, but in all honesty, it went in one ear and out the other. It seems easy. You get a few winning trades and you think this is easy. You know, market's going up nicely. Every time it comes back to the email, you buy, you win, you win, you win. You think, wow, this is easy. And sure, you get days that seem easy, but then there are other days which absolutely chop you to pieces and take all your money and make you miserable. So it's being able to be patient at the right times and pull the trigger at the right times. But there is so much to it, I can't tell you. But trust me, do it as a hobby. You know, put some hours into it, get on the charts. Screen time ultimately is what you need to get experience. So get on the charts as often as you can. Don't think about giving up your day job. Don't think about putting any money into it. Just stick on a sim for a year. That's my opinion. But if you need any help, you want to have a chat, message me anytime you like, and I'll have a chat with you about it. But just get on the chart and just learn. Just learn. Kanan, how you doing, bud? Watch T20 World Cup. England went, yeah. England are playing fantastic at the moment. They beat the USA actually. USA aren't really known for cricket, but there was, you know, quite a few sort of Asian guys in the cricket team which will be more related to cricket. But to be fair, America they did really well to get where they did, in all fairness, but they're not typically known as a cricket nation. You guys are more sort of baseball and American football. But yeah, I mean, England are on absolute fire at the moment, absolute fire. So we're through to the semi-finals of the World Cup. So it's another big game this afternoon, not for us. Australia are the UK's big nemesis. We play a competition with Australia, which we've done for a couple of 100 years, called the Ashes. And it's every 2 years, so they're our arch enemies. So they're playing this afternoon, India. Are another fantastic team. India are probably one of the best teams in the world. In fact, it's already started. So what is going on here? You're welcome, mate. I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home and organise all meetings in the morning. Yeah, it is tough, mate. It does take time, but it is attainable. And if you work hard for a few years, you can earn a lot of money in trading. If you look at people like who are some other streamers, people like Matt, Trades by Matt, who trades the NQ, I think, and the other guy, they were struggling a year or so ago. But they're earning, you know, what are they earning? 100,000 a month, something like that. 80,000, 60, 80. I'd say between 40 and 80,000 a month, something like that. And that's just their funded accounts. That doesn't include any of their personal accounts. But yeah, you can earn a stack of money in it. You certainly can. Not sure what's going on here, or whether I like that even. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, leg. Oh no, I can't count that. Forget that. Yeah, we've already surpassed that now. So leg down, which pretty much leg. We're doing a channel down here, so that's played out now. Tempting, but unfortunately, it's only really a first entry, so there's nothing I can do with that, as tempting as it is. Hey Sam, how you doing, pal? How are you getting on today? All good, mate. All good with me. Slow, but good. My accounts are between $150 and $1,000. Most of them are around about the $400 to $700 mark. But I'm definitely slower this time around. Probably. I think, in all fairness, the trades I've got in, I've probably got out for a point or a point and a quarter. Trouble is, because I'm splitting them up. If you're trading for 10 accounts and you get to a point, theoretically you've made $1,000, haven't you? So I'm tending to get out quicker than I should have done. So, in all fairness, I'd have probably been a little bit, but it's not bothering me too much because as they grow, I'll probably hold on a little bit more and take the sort of full 2 points. But you're on holiday this week. Good. Are you going away or are you just at home? You've taken a holiday to trade, have you? It's a trading holiday, is it? I know the feeling, mate. When I started this, I was bricklaying at the time, and I used to pray for rain. As soon as it started raining, I'd run home and start trading. Yeah. What is going on here? So we got 2 legs down here. We're going to get a second entry short here. Let's have a look. Still not sure what's going on here. Nice swell. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it, at the moment? In fact, I bought one of those, those portable air conditioners, which should be here tomorrow. It was about 25 in the bedroom last night, so it was too hot. Yeah. I'm reading that right, Lance. 250. Correct? Yeah. If anybody doesn't know, we've got 80% off the 70, the 25, the 50, the 75, and the 100, 80% off. And if you take the 150, the 250, and the 300 evals, you can buy any of them for $40, and you get the $85 lifetime fee. I've just noticed, actually, I've put that, but I've put those bits, but not about 80% off the others. But yeah, the 150, the 250, and the 300 are all $40 if you want to have a go. And $85 for the lifetime fee. But just bear in mind, you've got a lot more profit to get. So just keep that in mind. I mean, what is it, the 250? You've got to get to $15,000. So it's a fair chunk, but if you trade the news or something and you want to try and hit it that way, you can pay $85. So you just pass that. Good on you, mate. Good on you. So you pay $85, which is cheaper than the 50k one. So it's not a bad offer. If you can pass it, it's a good price to pay, and you've got a good bit of drawdown to play with. So yeah, this is interesting. Are we looking for a second entry short here? Leg. Let's have a look. Yeah, good on you, mate. I did pass one of them, but then I thought I've got to get it to, I think, 6,000 before I withdraw. So I took a calculated risk. I thought I'll take a risk and try and get a grand profit, and if it goes against me, I'll get rid of it and just stick to the 50. There's a leg and a leg here. It's kind of looks quite nice. You took the higher low. Did that one there, did you? For me, it's got a bearish feel, so I'm just not sure whether there's a short coming up here or not. This CL now is looking quite bearish, I think. Zoom out. I don't know, to be fair, mate. I don't know what's going on at the moment. I don't know when there was anything like that. Maybe there's something, I don't know. It's hard to say really. So in which case we could have a leg and a leg and then come down. I've got no idea at the moment. I think you've got to get 15k before you withdraw. No. I think it's 6,000. It's 15k to pass the evaluation, but you've got to get to 6,000. Yeah, 6,000 for a withdrawal. Now the beauty of 6,000. So let's say your drawdown is a lot more. So whereas I take 2 contracts on the 50k one, you can take theoretically pound for pound 5 contracts on the 250k, so you can get to it in the same speed if you think about it. I think is it six? Your drawdown $6,000 compared to my $2,000. So yeah, it's hard to say really, but I mean you can certainly go for more contracts. Put it that way. But you have got a bit more drawdown if especially if you're more swing trading. Okay, we've got 2 nice legs. Leg and a leg. If you're swing trading, it's definitely worthwhile. So that's what I'll say. Let's have a look here. I don't know what's going on here. You're welcome, mate. Zoom out. You can draw a line from the low of the day to the swing high. I mean, in all honesty, I think it's probably just ranging. So the way it's doing this, I think it may continue. I wouldn't. Let's have a look. It wouldn't jump out at me, put it that way. I mean, it may be. But at the moment, it's a bit broad, I think. And this, to me, at the moment, looks like it's looping down. Now, I may be wrong, but it's not something I would... It just doesn't quite look right to me at the moment, but that may change. So, I think in all fairness, it's to me, really, it just looks like it's a continuation of the latter part of Thursday. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. It's we could get a leg, 2 legs back, another leg up. We could end up here. It was possible, but I don't know. Once you've got $6,000, you can withdraw 6. Can you? You don't have to leave anything in there. I mean, I think your drawdown's $6,000 compared to a drawdown of $2,500 for the 50k. So you could trade 5 contracts. And the beauty of trading 5 contracts is you could trade 4, scalp 4, and go for 1. Oh, is it 6.5? Even better. So actually, if you go for 5 contracts on the 250 and 2 contracts on the 50k one, you'll still be risking a tiny bit less than me. No, I think it probably is actually. It's 6 or 6.5. So you can get up there at the same speed I can as a what's it. But what you can do that makes it more tricky for me without thinking about going to micros, you can scalp 4 points and go for a 1 point. Contracts. You can scalp 4 contracts and go for 1 point, for a 1 point runner. So you've got a little bit more options trading more contracts, really. I mean, if I want to trade runners, I could divide mine up into micros and do it that way, but it's the commissions are just too much. But yeah, it's not a bad way to do it, to be honest with you. It's not a bad way to do it. I mean, if you get up to $6,000, you can take a couple. You've still got plenty in there. Max 3,000. Oh, is it? But I think you can trade that you can take that per 10 days, can't you? Which is, take it per 10 days, which is theoretically 6,000 in a month, I think. Yeah, tough one. 10 points on that high low, that one there. Good on you, mate. I'm just not sure what's going on here, whether we're just more ranging or what. Oh. So I wonder if there's on that CL, whether there's a sort of a larger tier channel. Not sure. Got any breaks coming up? Time off? I think so, mate. We're on about going to Greece for a week in maybe the end of August. I'm not sure yet. But possibly, yeah, I think we may have a week away. We haven't been away since COVID, to be honest. Well, since before COVID. We've had weekends, but we haven't been abroad. I've just been spending so much time with the trading, see. Daughter's been, focusing on school, so. Wow, look at that. CL, woof, straight up there. You trading today, are you, Sam? That'd be nice. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. No, last holiday, I think it was just before lockdown. We did two that year. We had a week in Ibiza and a week in Rhodes, just outside a little village called Lindos. Beautiful that was. Rhodes, lovely. And Ibiza, to be fair. We weren't in the club scene. I think it was Carla Lunga we went to. But we always used to do. I was self-employed going back years and a few years ago, and before we had my daughter, we used to have more long-haul holidays around Christmas. So I haven't spent a lot of time in and around Europe, really. Maybe half a dozen holidays over the years, but not many. Oh, it's so slow, isn't it? Go for an hour or so later, yeah. It has been hard lately, yes. I'm going to say, I think I'm probably on a 3-to-1 scale with the CL. For every 3 trades on the CL, I've got 1 on here. Not a fan of that, actually. Leg. Mm. Not the easiest day. We've got some news tomorrow. That's interesting. There's a second entry long which triggered, came straight down. It hasn't got stopped out yet, but I'll be surprised if it doesn't. Second entry long triggered and just dropped, but it hasn't stopped it out. I mean, I looked at it, but it's just congested. There's 4 bars stacked, so it may work, it may not. Who knows? Second entry long there. I'm not taking it at the moment. To me, it's a bit congested. I don't know what's going on at the moment. Maybe we get a triple test here and for another leg up towards these highs. Yes, if you'd have taken that one, trigger just stopped you out. It's just a terrible place to trade there anyway, in all fairness. We've got 4 bars literally side by side. That's asking for trouble, really. Maybe this might be a better option, 2 legs back. That might be a better long. See what happens here. See, a little channel here with a break. Technically, we've made a new high, but this to me looks like it may be on another go. It is a second entry long there. Bar's a little bit weak. It may work, but technically we've already had a new high there, so I'm just sitting tight at the moment. If we get a triple test, I may consider it, but see, there is a possibility of a larger channel there. Actually, no, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It's hard today. Good morning, all. It's just me, or is the feed out of focus today? Out of focus. Might be your eyesight, I'd say, Gary. Get yourself down to Specsavers, mate, I think. No, everything looks okay to me, mate. No. No, it looks okay to me, bud. Okay, so there is a second entry long there. That bar is just not brilliant, I don't think. And technically we have made a new high, so I'm just unsure about that. If we can get a triple test there, then with a slightly bigger bar, if we get another bar, it comes down, breaks below that, stops that out and sits bullish, I may have a go at that one, but I'm just not a massive fan of this. There's not a lot of room from the top to the bottom, so what is it, 2.75 points? So I'm just not a fan of what's going on here, because it has made a new high. So are we going sideways? Are we going up? See, Brant mentioned about a channel going up. If it is, it's not the prettiest of channels. So I don't know, maybe it is. If we get up here and back down here, maybe it is. I'm just not sure what the hell it's doing at the moment. I really got no idea. Just support, yeah. I hate it when it goes sideways. It almost looks like it's just looking for someone to make miserable. It may work, but I just don't like that bar really. I'd much prefer the triple test. So if you'd have took it a tick above there, which would have been there. Oh, you'd have squeezed 6 ticks. It may go higher, but I don't like this. It's a bit precarious for me. Go to a higher red. Higher res. How do you do that? How do you go to a higher res? I didn't realise you could. You're on about Ninja Trader? How do you get a higher resolution? Somebody tell me. You've teased me now. Okay, so second entry long worked nicely, eventually. But I'm just not a massive fan of that bar, because if we could get a triple test, it may come down lower than all of that. Oh, watching the stream. Sorry, gotcha. I got you. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I thought there was a way to do it on here. Yeah, of course, in YouTube. I got you. Yeah, I see what you mean. I am considering getting a 4K monitor. I don't know how. Does anybody know how Ninja Trader works in 4K? Is it meant for 4K? Does it matter? Will everything be sharper? Yeah, I got you guys. Yeah, I've been looking at a 27-inch 4K LG monitor. But I don't know. Does it make a difference? Should make a difference in the stream, I think, shouldn't it? If I'm streaming in 4K, Windows can handle 4K. Does Ninja Trader look any better? Will this look any better? You'd think so, because obviously when you zoom in, these dots, I don't know. You have a 4K split into 4. Ah, you've got a like a 55 of you, Chris. I did consider that, mate, because we got a 55 curved on the wall downstairs, which I want to upgrade to an OLED in the next few weeks. So I did consider getting that big 55-inch and using that maybe. But I don't know whether it works well. Yeah. Because you can get that, what do they call it? Where it splits it up into individual windows. You can drag it and drop it, can't you? You can download it free for Windows. It's one name, isn't it? I can't remember what it's called now. But yeah, you can have various different setups where you can sort of create your own something for Windows, I think it's called. Because my desk at the moment, it's got a bit of a bow in it, because I've got 4 monitors on it. and the monitor stand is quite weighty as well. And obviously, with me leaning it all day, it's got a little bit of a bow in it. So I thought if I can use the 55, I can screw that to the wall and see, so that will reduce some weight. I might have a go at that, or might I?
Order filled.
Wow, 380. I ain't risking that. Sod that. Let me get out. Out. Out.
Stop
I
filled.
ain't risking $380. Christ, is that how big that bar is? Wow, I ain't risking that much. Kind of like it though. Bit large of a risk, to be fair, to get out to the top, so I'm staying out of that one. I got out of that one for a break even, I think. Kind of looks like a bull flag, doesn't it? Now it goes, look. So possible second entry short here. I don't know what's going on, to be fair. Is this pushing up? Maybe. We've already made a new high out of this. There is a possibility of a larger channel, but I'm not massively wrapped. Where do you want it, there or there? I mean, that kind of would fit, but I'm not sure at the moment. Yeah, we may have a channel here. It may push up to the tops here. Maybe it's a leg, couple of legs of correction, another leg. Yeah, maybe. Probably not a terrible trade, that. It's a higher low, isn't it? Second leg correction. I'm looking for possibly a leg and a leg. Well, in all honesty, I don't really know, to be honest with you. It's just hard to read today. Maybe it's a bit hard to read. It's quite choppy, isn't it, really? Up, down, up, down. I thought there may be a channel down there, but maybe not. We've got a leg up there with a sideways, so I think there's a good chance of getting this second leg up here. But we're just too far from the EMA for a. That would probably get us to the tops, well, comfortably to the tops. Even the CL's been crap lately, to be fair. I don't know what the hell's going on. Is there a bigger channel there? I got no idea. Let's just get rid of that. I got no idea. Yeah, if you took that one, is it gonna? Let's have a look. What would you have got if you took that high or low? You got 0.75. Probably let's push up, couple of legs down, high or low. Could indicate we're going up for a second leg maybe. But now we've gone up so far, all of a sudden we're trying to, it's doing this a lot. We're not seem to get that confident push that we used to get. It's just constantly seeing any type of liquidity that's left, it's just picking off. Is there support along there, maybe? See if that holds. I don't know what's going on here. If we've got a channel like that, we've had a break, we've had 2 pushes up, so this could come down some more. It's finding some support along there anyway, so.
Order filled.
Oh, shit.
Order filled.
What did I do there? What did I meant to hit? What did I... Oh, I went to hit this and ended up opening a trade. Luckily, I just lost $10. Bloody hell. Christ almighty. What's going on, Lancy boy? I went to just hit here and hit buy. Or sell one of them. Grave, wakey, wakey. Did you all notice that? That's scared me a bit, that has. at least when I go to hit these, they're away from here. These are out of the way, but when I'm dragged them together tight, it's a bit close. It's so hard to read what's going on today. It really is. This to me is finding some support here. So, if anything, it's a bit sideways at the moment. A lower high or something here for another leg down. There's a higher low there. My concern is with the channel. Traps the longs and comes down for a second entry short. I'm just really not sure what's going on at the moment. See, so whether if that is a channel, then we may push up, make a new high. But we've been up here a few times before, and we're finding some support. So we could get a second entry. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm also finding, yeah, we do get days like this, but I think the trick is not to sort of try and force something. There could be a second entry short. We've got a channel with a break. As we know, a lot of times we'll make a new extreme. But if this is a channel, then we may go higher. But just nothing quite feels safe at the moment, if you know what I mean. It could have two legs and then it could just drop. Who knows? How you doing, Sean? Now it is moving, but it's not moving in any sort of real sort of picture or pattern. A lot of the times we got a leg and a leg and a leg and a leg, but there are areas which are just a bit hard to read. So we've got a channel down, haven't we? So we've got a leg up there and a break and a new high. So technically that's played out. Whether there's a bigger channel here, I don't know. There may be. But then it could be more like that. In which case we've already had a break. So whatever happens, I think we've already had a break, two pushes up to a new high. So we've got a channel down. This could be two attempts to move higher, followed by a drop. Because also it kind of looks a little bit rangy there. So the trouble is, if you get it wrong, it'll sting you. So sometimes I think most of the time when you don't know what's going on, I think you're always best to just leave it alone unless you're pretty confident you know where it's going at the moment. I don't really know. It is, it's just a bit unclear. So if you took that long there, thinking we're going to push higher, it just could drop and sting you. And we've got a channel. As we know, a lot of times we'll make a couple of attempts to go higher, so this could push down. You can bet your bottom dollar there's probably going to be some stops there. And if it does push down, then I expect it to reach this area, if not down here. Or it could trap some shorts, and there's a failure, and that may push up for another leg. Kind of two legs back, so in fact, I think this is more likely going to trap some shorts there. The trouble is, if you go long there, you could get a bit stuck. You may be going long into that. I don't think that's a terrible trade, to be honest with you. But it could trap you. We could get a 1, 2, 3 triple test, so I'm going to take this. There's a failure there. So if it pushes above there and comes bearish, we've got a triple test. That could come down, take out that stop, take out that stop. So I'm just going to keep my eyes on here. So I ain't getting involved in that. It may work up for another leg, but we know we got a lot of support here. We know we got a channel down there with the break. One. So we could get a triple test, trapping some longs. So let's see, See what happens. 2, 3. This CL's hard to read again. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Leg break, new low, push up, break, new high. You could get trapped there. I mean, it's making multiple attempts to push up and it seems to be struggling, so we could get a triple test. Trouble is, we'd have to get above here really to get a bearish bar for a triple test. There's always a possibility we got a leg sideways plus another leg, so we could get up here. I really got no idea. What I will say is we got a leg and a leg, so we may get another leg. It's hard to say at the moment. It's very just a little bit unclear. But we are making multiple attempts to push up and we seem to be struggling. So there's going to be some longs there, so this thing may have a quick drop. Maybe a triple test, but there's just no setup. I think for me this is more likely to come down. It's just struggling. Or is it? Trouble is it's also sideways, so going along into that might not make a difference, but for me it's these things have got a bit of dropping. Hmm. Uh, I'm going. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick 5-minute break. I'm just going to make a cup of coffee, wake myself up a bit. So I'll be about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. This may come down. Trouble is, it may work, it might not work. It's just one of those things. 1, 2, 3. There kind of is a triple test there. which will probably work, but I'm just staying out of it. I've taken these before and it's come back up, stitched me up, and then dropped like a stone. So if it gets below there, then I'd say it's got a good chance of coming down. Very tempting. Okay, it's got below there. Trouble is, you just don't know. It's very tempting, but that's just 2 attempts to go lower for me. I'd rather have a triple test, really. It could sting you and take that out. I've got no idea. It may work to the top. I don't know. It's 50-50 for me, really. You could say it's a hidden second entry long, but I just don't like this at the moment, and that's not what you want to see. It's for me, it's one of those ones that may work and may not work, but it's not what I'd call a great setup. Certainly for me personally. Especially if it triggers and starts coming back. I mean, surely, really, there's only one way that's going to go. You'd think so. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But it's not a good enough setup to go long, and rightly so. Look at that. So I would say now there's a good chance of getting this second leg. Trouble is the bar's that big now to go short below in it. It's kind of a lower high. Where's it going? I'd say it's got a good chance to come down, maybe to these, maybe a bit lower, but unfortunately, I'm staying out of this. Say that again, Thomas. Crazy that $25 on the Ninja Trader translates to 17 on Rhythmic. You're on about after fees, are you, bud? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean there, mate. I think you mean after fees. Same again. See if you'd have gone short there. Look at this. See, the market just seems to constantly pick off areas. I mean, look at that. So if you'd have taken that, trigger just stopped you out. You think, yeah, here we go. Nice big bearish bar. Trigger just starts to push up. After fees, yeah. After fees, yeah. Let's see if that holds. It is, though, doesn't it? It just doesn't seem, wherever you seem to take a setup, it tends to trigger it and stop it out. Whether that'll hold or not, it may do. But look at that, you know. Couple of bounces there. Trigger just stops you out. Nice big bearish bar. You go short. As soon as that starts pushing up, your arse is going to be twitching like a good one. So it's just hard to trade today. You get days that are pretty trappy. That just tend to chop you up. Just go from one stop to the next. It may hold. But you don't really want to be going along there anyway, because if that is a channel, which it may be, it's right at the bottom of it. So let's have a look. Yeah, if you go along there, if you're asking for trouble, I think, aren't you? Leg, 2 pushes up, leg. That's what I say. I don't trust the ES at the moment. It just does a series of that. Trigger you, stop you out. Trigger you, stop you out. HHI, what is the trading platform in use? It's Ninja Trader, bud. Ninja Trader. So let's see if that stock gets eaten up. I'll be surprised if it doesn't. It may not. It depends. But if there is a channel down there, that's the last place really to go short. Well, sometimes you're better off getting into traps yourself, maybe taking a short there, maybe taking a long there. I have considered that way of trading. Yeah, it's definitely a hard trading day today. There's no sort of real direction as such. There seemed to be, when we had this initial push, there seemed to be something here, but then it's turned, then it goes sideways, then it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up, then it goes sideways. It's just, it almost seems pretty random. It's almost like sticking 10 pence in a fruit machine and pulling the slot. You don't know where the hell it's going to land. But what I will say is we do seem to have a channel down here, so maybe a channel, second entry short to go low. I don't know. We'll see. But if I think about it, that bearish bar there, stop safe. That one, the stop safe. That one got killed. Now there's possibly another one. Need some information on trading currency. Which currency is more volume? Trade with Apex, which site? If you're trading currency, I'd say definitely the US dollar. That's probably it's probably the most traded currency. I'd say the US dollar. After that, quite possibly the euro. Obviously, the euro. You know, with the European Union, a lot of countries in Europe adopted the euro, even places like Southern Ireland. That. So I'd say, realistically, it's quite likely the US, maybe the yen, mind you, the yen. See, Japan's only a small little country, really. When you look at the whole of Europe, you can't do the US dollar. Oh, I don't know, then, mate. I mean, at the end of the day, there's volume for it all. I think if you look at currency traders generally trade multiple different pairs. So you could look at, you could have 2 charts and look at 2. Maybe the euro and the pound, or the yen and the, I don't know, Swiss franc's another one, isn't it? Canadian dollar, Australian dollar. I suppose it's just a matter of getting a few different charts up. I'm surprised with it being Apex that you can't trade the US dollar. That sounds crazy to me, that does. But yeah, I know some people focus just on one, but I know when I learned a little bit about currency from a currency trader who worked in the London Stock Exchange, he looked at multiple pairs, the majors and some of the minors as well. Majors sort of being the dollar, the yen, the Swiss franc, the euro, the pound, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, stuff like that. But I don't know. It's a matter of, I don't know if one's better than the other one pair. I don't know. I suppose they all have their merits. But what I will say is, if you are, when I started, I was following a trend. So you need some sort of piece of software that figures out a strong currency and a weak currency. You want to find the strong currencies and the weaker currencies and then put them together, and that way you get some up or down. But I don't know. I never really did anything for any money trading a currency. That's where I sort of learned a little bit about trading. Not a hell of a lot, to be fair, but... Yeah, it's tough today. In fact, I'm tempted to finish today. I know England are playing... Australia are playing India in the cricket. And India are absolutely on fire, so I may go and pour myself a single malt and put my feet up. How long I've been going? 2 hours and 20 minutes. Market's not really going anywhere, is it? It's a lot of chop. I did look at that as a triple test. It did work. But the trouble is, it's also giving that impression that it may go up. So the trouble is, when it's like this, sometimes it's very trapping. It's just giving mixed signals and unclear signals. So this is a day to go and enjoy yourself. Volume's low. I don't know why. We have got some news tomorrow, so whether that has anything to do with the news, I don't know. But it's very choppy, and it's easy to get smashed up when it's like this. Yeah, I'm going to knock on the head today, folks. 2 hours and 20 minutes of not a lot, really, is enough for me. It's hard going. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up back here in another half an hour. So I'm going to go and enjoy the sun. So all in all, slowish day for me. I took a trade and I got out, actually, and luckily I got out because it would have taken me out for a couple of ticks and then dropped like a stone. So I think all in all, I'm up 420 over my accounts. That one account there was the one I lost $500 on Friday. So I'm just trading that one account on the NQ just to get a little bit of a feel for it. But I'm up a bit today anyway, so I'm not really too fussed at that. That account stands at $700 now, so it's around about average. So it's just giving me a little bit of skin in the game and that. But yeah, not a brilliant day today. Very choppy. Volume's low. Lots of traps today. So I think when it's like this, sometimes you're better off going and enjoy your day. So on that note, I'll be back tomorrow. If you do carry on trading, just go careful with this lot, because it can make mincemeat of you. So I am done. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Stay safe, and I'll be back same time tomorrow. Hopefully we get a cleaner day tomorrow. We have got some news, so that might create a little bit of volatility. So maybe we get somewhere. I don't know. So have a great day. Stay safe, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye for now.